look it up, but I think he was.
Field, man.
Yeah, and he made a great catch.
Homers.
He made a great catch in that game, but
He
when
had
it
the
came
grand
down to
slam too, didn't he, earlier?
Was that Barger? The same
Oh,
game, he had
Barger.
a home run though. Same game.
Yeah, same game, home
You
run.
know, like he, pretty good ball player.
I understand he's a good ball player.
Okay, so one more thought before we go to break here is that Saturday night I was at the game as well.
You were, eh?
Yeah, I was in section 119. The LA Dodgers family or friend.
Oh my God,
they were next to me.
Nightmare.
And it
What
was
a nightmare.
it was a nightmare. No, and they were. The nightmare wasn't that they were obnoxious
They had
or
nothing to cheer all
they
game,
just,
basically.
They just
they were behind till the 11th.
just watching them at the end celebrate was like, and I loved my section because I was up at the top. So there's the standing room fans, which I'll like. It became like family. You know, you're just high fiving, hugging everybody, and it's like it was an unbelievable experience. I just want to throw one more thing in. I now get why people spend $10,000 for a ticket or $5,000, even if you don't quite have it. I get it now.
That experience was that special.
That experience, I've never done it before. I've played in a Game 7, but I've never been in that situation where it's like, if you offered me a trip somewhere with free hotel and meals and maybe a couple of rounds of golf, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't trade it in for being there Saturday night.
Yeah, agreed.
I would.
Well, I mean, I would now.
Yeah, now you would.
having no, but like,
You're not allowed to pick after.
Well,
you pick before.
here's
the
what
game.
here's what I will say. You know, we talk a lot about Game 7. Game 6 was horrifying too. So, you know, it's not like it was a one-night affair.
No. I said to you guys out there, that was actually the least fun I've ever had watching a sport
That
game.
ball lodging is a 1 in a million chance that happens. I've never seen it happen before. That baseball game, second and third, nobody out with a chance to win the World Series, and the game was over in 3 swings. That is as painful as you can ever imagine for a Game 6. And I got to tell you, it's like I was just hoping that you'd be like, no, it's not Toronto sports. It's not. This team is not Toronto sports. And it's the same.
One more thing before we go to break.
I got
What do you want?
the bar show stat. In Game 6 and 7, he was combined 0 for 9 with 13 left on base.
Yeah.
That's
that
the
hurts.
difference.
Okay. One more thing, hockey related. Saturday night in Edmonton.
Congrats to Easton Cowan for his first NHL goal.
Yeah, we got a leaf hour there. Save it, pal. They showed the baseball game live with sound up
During
during
the Oilers game.
the game.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm
Unacceptable.
like, somebody said that to me, and I'm like, not a chance they would do that.
It's true. It's true. And Connor, I learned about it from the McDavid quotes after the game.
How can you do that?
Do we have McDavid after
I
the
actually
game?
thought of that too in terms of like rights and like if you.
Do we have it?
No, we don't have it.
Okay.
The quote from McDavid is like, I
was-
found myself sitting on the bench
Yeah.
watching the game, and when I was on the ice, I found myself listening to the crowd to see what was going on.
But
Right?
I-
Like, it's
I-
this big spot, and you're on the ice. You're like, did they get a hit?
I can't think of a bigger distraction ever in a hockey game. Like, there's fights going on while you're still playing. There's beer pouring on you during a game. I've had mustard thrown at me in those little packages. Like, but I cannot believe that they would do that. Like,
They
first
turned it
of all,
off for the third period, they said. They turned it off for the third.
that's even more dangerous.
That's way worse.
That's
Just
way worse.
Finish it off. If
You
you're going to
give
leave
it
it
to
up
them.
there, yeah.
Because now everyone's like, what's going on?
I'm going to the lobby.
So, 9/11, the Rangers, after 9/11, they had an exhibition game in Philly, and the Philly building decides to show President Bush at the time up live during the game, right?
Really?
To talk about, what the next plan of the United States is.
You were in this game?
No, I was not in this
okay.
game, but I know this story.
Yeah.
And then they shut it off, and people went ballistic, and they actually put it back on, and then they canceled the exhibition game.
Come on. Talk
But,
about
like-
falling all over your shoes.
It was it was nuts.
That's a mess.
It was nuts. But why don't you just tell people if you're gonna drive a car and text, be careful? It's like I don't like. Why would you send your players out there with such a big distraction? I found it like almost like a.
That's interesting. You think of a safety thing for the player.
A safety thing, where you're focused, you're not focused, you get hit. There's a collision. A goalie looks up for a split second because it's maybe one of the greatest sporting event in our history going on. It's like, and then play-by-play, Jack
Michaels, yeah.
Like,
we think we might have that. Maybe we don't.
Do we
have that, Jake, or no? We do.
Okay, let's just Jack Michael calling the game.
Under duress, Mangiapane rides him into the boards. Henry creates. Drive back behind. The Blue Jays have just won the World Series. Or no, they're calling them out at home. Forced out.
The Blue Jays.
We gotta
The Blue Jays just won the World Series, and you know what? I feel so bad for Jack.
Can we go?
No,
Come on, Cam.
no. I've
been here for 26 minutes, man. Let's go.
I feel horrible. I feel horrible for Jack because he was in a position now to comment on
that
something,
you have to comment
and
on
he's
the
trying to call a game, and he's trying to focus on what's going on at the Jays game and try to match it up, and it was wrong. And you know, it's like, what do we do to him?
They tried to give everyone what they wanted, right? Everyone wanted the Jays game. Everyone wanted the Oilers game. They tried to give them what they wanted.
Let's go.
Catch your breath, everybody. I promise you more hockey talk
I promise you hockey talk.
on the
not
Real
more, but
Kipper
some
and
hockey
Bourne
talk.
show after these words. Don't mind us. We're just talking
Yeah,
amongst ourselves
I
here.
ended up in a box for the first time in my life at the Rogers Center for Game 7 of the World Series. That was interesting.
Saw Drake.
Yeah, I did see Drake.
A reminder, this hour of Real Kipper and Bourne brought to you by Bet365, Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee, John Michael Isles.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
God.
right.
No more Jays, thank God.
Jays
John,
talk's over.
Jays talk, baseball talk is over, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Man, I watched that Game 7, and that was heartbreaking. I was with Darren Helm actually the next day, and we were talking about it, and I said, you know, can you imagine being on the Leafs team that lost to Boston after being up 4-1 with 10 minutes left? Like, that might be worse, and I experienced that one. So I feel for the Jays and just Canadian baseball fans. I was rooting for him, and I'm not a Jays fan, and I was still rooting for him.
Well, that's good to hear. It was certainly heartbreak up here. I'm actually really glad to get to talk to you. Turn the page. Talk about a team that's winning a little bit here. The Colorado Avalanche off to a good start this year. Could you just sort of give us a check-in on the Avs? Where are things? How have they got to the top of the standings in the Central?
Well, I think, you know, going into training camp, there was a huge focus on getting out of the gates a lot better than they did last year. They didn't get over 500 until I believe it was November 13th last year. So